absolutely mine.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, there's a few things that I wanted to, to just to find out your perspective,
So,
with how you see the world and your journey in this world, bringing you to where we are today, having this particular conversation. You understand what I'm
that is
saying?
it's going to take you more than 1 day. It's going to take you more than 2 days to go and delve into all that journey. But I
Of
can
course.
summarize it in you for you in only 3 words. It's not an easy road.
Yeah.
That's more than three.
Yeah.
I would say not an easy road.
No, of
Eh?
course.
About 5 words I get. That's a full sentence.
Yeah.
But the journey has been one of ups and downs. You know what I mean? But through it all, we have learned lessons because there are lessons to be learned in all the experience in life. Some you regret, some you
Of-
move forward with, and some you embrace. Some teaches you a lifelong lesson that you'll never, ever, ever forget.
mhm.
That's what life is about. That's a journey of life. That's why we're here to have these experiences to learn and to grow. You know what I mean?
Definitely. 100%. 100%. And so I've told you a bit about who I am. I mean, at this point, I don't really see why it's necessary to introduce you. We all know you're a legend. Do you know what I mean? Everybody knows you're a legend. Like you're a living legend, still here today. It's a beautiful thing that you're still here. You're somebody you can get your flowers here, not just when you have to pass away. Because sometimes artists them have to pass away, and then people want to say, oh, all the love and respect that we should give this artist. But you're here, and just the appreciation is flowing. That's what I'm saying. People around the world
The
love
vibe,
you, love your music.
the vibe is just the vibe. The vibe is reciprocated because the love for the people, my love for them, goes way beyond. So as a
Of
result, we keep making music over the years, and hence our new gift to the people, our new musical offering, Born for Greatness. Yeah. So we want to reach out to the masses through these various platforms, connect with our people, have a one-to-one, have a reason. Because I haven't been to London, England in such a long time. I don't know what it's like anymore. But in due time of the Lord, provide we shall be there to hold a vibe with all the masses and do it like it has never been done before. Because I'm sure all of that generation of the new London, I've never seen buju banton in action, nor the Shiloh band to see what we bring to a stage. So
of
we're looking forward for all of that.
Yeah, yeah, man, definitely. Big up, bless up. Listen, so tell us as well, like, for what age did you actually start in the music industry, and who are the people that sort of influenced you?
I started in the music industry when I was like 11 years old. Not in industry itself, but acquiring the necessary skills. My dad dropped me off at school at 5 a.m. in the mornings. And when he would drop me off at school would not open until 7. So I had 2 hours. In those 2 hours, I would see entertainers like Borough Band and, just to name a few, doing their thing. And, I would sit and I would watch and I would listen. But as time progressed in Jamaica, the dancehall culture became such an infectious culture that we had no choice but to become a part of what was going on because you had sound system which was on the horizon and they were really and truly tapping into the psychic of the younger generations like Silverhawk, Kilimanjaro, just to name a few. And these sound systems were, they were really, really sound systems with turntable and all that kind of stuff. So we grew up now knowing that in the classroom I was like the gesture. People used to come and enjoy and listen to us and stuff like that. But through the passage of time, my friends always encouraged me to take it serious. I wrote a song about the community in which I live, which was there was misappropriation of funds by the committee. And this song became the song of the whole community for like quite some time. So when I left school, while I was going to school, actually, I was visiting recording studios and going to dance hall. I used to work on a sound system called Sweet Love Sound System, owned by entertainer Flower Gun. And then I work on Rambo International Sound System. I work on from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sometimes Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the night. I used to get
Yeah,
paid
yeah,
$100, and I used to just buy a supplement and give my baby mom the $60 that left. You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
And things continued to be, tumultuous, but we kept going, kept going, until I did a song done by Chancellor Lane for Winston Riley's sons, Kurt Riley and Donna Yuan. All of us as young men link up in the studio and we did one song called Stamina Daddy. And this song became an instant success in the country. But I wasn't known. Neither was I aware that this song was so popular until I went out into a dance hall called Franzi Rub Up. This is a dance hall scene in Portmore area. and I heard the song play, and I actually saw the reaction of the people.
Wow.
I was invited to Pentos recording by the engineer named Stumpy, and I
Mm.
recorded 3 songs that day: Man for Dead, Jackie and Jice, and a next song. Donovan Jeremy, the producer who owned the studio at that time, he wasn't a fan of the songs that I recorded, but he said to me, "You have a great vocal, and your arrangement and your writing skill is tremendous. So can you give me some more songs?" And I took him up to the challenge, and I went back, and there I became a part of the Pentos crew, where I started working with Dave Kelly, and improved on my writing skill over the passage of time, and started rehearsing 5-6 days a week.
Yeah.
Start to understand what it means like to be on stage. I'm just working hard, my brother. It's not an easy road.
Yeah. Definitely sound like you've been working hard, man. Is it fair to say like you have a do you have a degree in music?
No, not in music.
Okay. So but you do have so you
But
have a
we do
degree.
have a degree in music from the ghetto perspective. Because this music don't need no tutor. This music, the knowledge that it comes with it is an individual brought from a different dimension.
Right.
So to reach that dimension, you have to be on a different degree in terms of your mental state.
Of course, yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's lovely. It's just hearing you speak is just so. It's just you're a deep person. You know, you can tell you're a very spiritual man. You know, and I do want to get into that as well. But okay. So, what was your upbringing like as a child, and what led you, would you say, to where you are today?
I just went through what led me to where I am today. So let me shed some light on what my upbringing as a child was like. I grew up in a household with 16 sisters, no brothers.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, my mom is a simple woman. My father was a factory worker. We grew up all over the country because if you know poor people life is like, you have landlord, there's something you can pay the rent, something you can't pay the rent. Sometimes you're mad at the landlord get along, sometimes you don't get along. As a result, you're always shifting and moving.
right.
So growing up was kind of rough, but it was good.
Mm,
You had more fun then. In those days growing up, you had more fun as a young man. Even though the fact that we made on weekends I had to go to the market with my mother, which I never really liked initially. But then it started to become fun because I started seeing a young man in the marketplace. We were
mm,
selling Constant Spring Market, we were selling the Crossroads Market, and we were selling downtown Kingston, Princess Street and Haywood Street and Coronation Market. But then, you know, you start get accustomed to it when you start seeing other young men who's your peers inside the market with their grandmothers, with their mothers and their aunts. You develop a liking for it. But I know from back in those times that this was a life I wanted to change from my mother. And the first night when I was 19 years old and things started happening was change the dynamics of that situation.
mhm. Right. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
I know, fame in general, So for some people, when they get it, they might be like so excited. They don't know how to act, how to behave when, like, oh my God, this moment is happening for me. So when you knew that you was reaching to that sort of pinnacle to say, right, this is a new chapter, what was that
Well,
stage like for
one
you?
day,
Was it,
one day after leaving at the recording studio, you know, I was a
hmm
humble man, still is. I used to buy stuff for the guys at the shop, at the store. You know, I used to be the send-up guy. You want something to buy? Buju, go buy this. I'm willing to run and go and get it for you. One particular day, I was riding the bus home from Crossroads, Kingston, up to Reddings Road. By this time, I was living with my dad at Farm and White Avenue.
right,
And I was beating the side of the bus with the conductor, trying to tell people to take this bus. Half a tree Crossroad, half a tree Reddings Road, White Avenue. And I was standing at the side of the step.
mm,
And I recall vividly when the bus turned up at a particular corner, the radio station started playing Love My Browning.
mm,
And when the station started playing Love My Browning, I was on the step of the bus. And the whole bus started reacting. And I
right,
looked at the people in the bus. And I came off the bus at the next stop, crossed the road, and catch another bus going back to the studio.
right.
And I searched myself. I had 75 cents, I had 50 cents, and 2 20 cents in my pocket. And I remember
Mhm.
putting my hand in my pocket and squeezing this money and throwing it behind me and telling God this was the end of poverty.
Oh, wow.
And I jumped back on a bus and went right back to the recording studio and recorded Love of Black Woman.
Nice. Nice. So, okay. So basically, how did you manage to sustain your music career for so long? Because obviously, it's you've been doing this now. You know.
Well, I say all praises to the most I got to continue to inspire and uplift us. And all praises and respect due to the support system that's been around me for all my life, Donovan, Germain, you know what I mean? A lot of people who have been there for me to make sure that the foundation was set, you know? And I
Yeah.
attribute most of my forward right now to that solid foundation growing up and knowing that, hey, you have to make it. You was born on the bank of a gully, you understand? You grew up and see your mother climbing trees where you could not look up for because of respect for your mother. You have to change the dynamics of your family situation and you work assiduously towards that goal. What does it? My love for the music. My love for the music. Okay, I love the music and they love me back. We have a good relationship.
That's good to hear, man. So I'm aware that you recently just released an album. I believe it was the 8th of September, the 8th of the
Yes,
9th.
September was the release of my 14th studio album called Born for Greatness.
Born for Greatness. Now, oof, I have heard that album. Wow, the tracks on there are fire. Uh,
Thank you, brother.
because the thing is, with the album, it's got so much variety as well. You know, somebody like me, I'm an artist myself. You know, I'm more do like R&B.
Yes,
You've got stuff on. You got songs on there that cater to people that like R&B more, people that even like hip hop. Because I noticed you got Snoop Dogg on one of the songs, and his verse is wicked, is fire as well.
yes,
You got that new artist. I think it's Victoria Monet. I think her
yes,
name is.
yes.
Listening. I love your tune. Coconut water. Sip, 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 sip.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Give thanks, brother, man. Yeah, no, you see, when I go out and set out to make music, I want the music to be dynamic. I don't want to make music that song. I want music that is only I can enjoy it because I want to bring new adherents. I want to bring new supporters to the craft. And people who have not heard buju banton before must be drawn to buju banton by listening to songs that they have never heard and become interested to find out what this guy is really saying and what he's about. How I can achieve that is just by working assiduously, bringing the people close to the music, and
Right.
bearing my soul. There's no other way.
Yeah, no, I understand. But the thing is, like I was saying with your album as well, it's like you know you got a like change of styles in there. You know, how I actually wonder how long did it actually take you to sort of put this album together? Did you initially think? I mean, how many songs is on this album as well? Like, did you initially think like,
Comprised of a total of 17 tracks, ranging from love to
right,
life, relationship to focusing about dance, all. There are various types and various issues being discussed. How long it takes us to take me a minimal about a year on and off, plus to
oh,
mix and master. So it's a work and a dedication of love that we never give up on.
yeah,
And
I
if you
understand.
haven't heard anything yet, because the next project coming your way is going to be different. But let's just talk about this one as we are talking about it right now. Born for Greatness.
Yeah. Born for Greatness, wicked, man. Like I listen to that every day since the release. I've been listening to it every day.
Oh,
You
thank you for
understand?
your love, brother. Thanks for the support. And make sure all the brothers out there and sisters tune in, go out and get your copy because this one is epic. 25 years later, after the release of Till Shiloh, you get Born for Greatness.
Yeah, definitely. And what made you choose some of these artists as well? Like I said, Victoria Monet, she's a new artist. You know, I've been recently watching her as well. She got a couple of good tracks there. You know, she can dance.
That was a special, very special hookup, I must say.
Yeah,
And I do not regret it because the music and the synchronicity and the music cadence that we provide from both dynamics was really, 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 really special. And I want to say for Snoop Dogg aspect, that was something magical, totally magical. Just being there in Jamaica, talking to Snoop on the phone, coming together, he going into the studio, I go into my studio, put something together that incredible. And the world knows that Stephen Marley is like my brother from another mother. You know what I mean?
yeah,
The only brother who stood up with me through my trial and tribulation. One off. I wouldn't say the only, but one off. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And put it out there, you know what I mean? So we make music. This is our first time making music now from a perspective of dance. Like, you hear the music, it's a feel away. We have
yeah,
never gone down that road before and delve into genres like that. You understand? So this is our
yeah.
first time giving the people a taste of our dance touch.
Mhm. Of course, definitely. I just want to say anyway, even personally speaking, massive well done. Congratulations. Bless up.
Thank
That
you
album is
so much, my brother.
listening to this, watching this live. Go and check the album. You're wasting time. As soon as this album done, go sorry, as soon as the live done, go and check the album. Go listen.
Yes. Do you have plans tonight? Go
Yeah.
ahead and let me know. Yeah, man.
Well done. Do you know what? I love it. Every day I'm singing that, you
Yeah.
know. What was I gonna say to you? The inspiration, you know, what sort of inspired maybe certain songs? And the reason why I say that as well, because I've even heard like one song in there as well, Let My People Go. I was listening to that earlier today actually. And you know, that song, the perspective that you came from, you know, Let My People Go, you referred to like the pharaohs and things like this basically.
The
Because
whole
obviously
world is in bondage. Let my people go. Tell these tyrants to let go. Let my people go. What remain, they will not be able to salvage. So let my people go. They shall be weeping and waiting. And the world is in turmoil, especially Africa. We are here in the West, like, I don't even know what to explain it. But in order for all of these countries to survive, they need our natural resources from the motherland. So why the sons and daughters from the motherland out here in the world treating like we're dirt and we made to feel like we're worth nothing? Yet you cannot survive without our resources, because that is what the world is realizing and waking up to. Yet the Rastaman in Jamaica has been saying this thing for centuries, for
yeah,
eons. The Rastaman in Jamaica has been fighting for the liberation of Africa when no one else was fighting, not even Africans. People from
right.
Cuba went to fight for Africans and Africa still right here in Africa that even know that there's a war going on.
Hmm.
Never give up the fight, bro.
Yeah,
Never give up the fight.
of course, I understand. And do you have any tours, any performances and stuff like that coming up as well?
Well, in the future, we plan on being in Africa for the month of December. If all works well according to arrangements, we shall be on the continent for December. Stay tuned, because wherever we are, it shall be announced.
Oh, really nice. Yeah, I definitely will stay tuned because I should be in Africa around them times too. So, you know, depending on the time that I know you're going to be done, like if you're going to be performing, if it's good, especially if it's the region I'm going to be at, I'm definitely going to be there. You know, and would you be performing in UK at all? Do you know?
Well,
Is this some?
UK, let us put a tentative beside that, because when the powers that be free, I shall indeed free up through their order. But trust me, my brother, we are free. Now, I mean,
No,
I'm not a dictator of no man.
yeah,
Geographically, and to traverse through different locations in time. But
yeah,
don't fool yourself, man, free.
yeah. No, no, no. Thanks for clarifying that. Anyway, I just genuinely wanted to know what the circumstance was around that.
Yeah.
Now I saw that you recently made a post on Africa.
Yes.
When you posted that, I thought it was a good post because again, like referring to like what our page is about, just generally about pushing messages about freedom and liberation, about the global Black community, especially Africa. We met
Well,
across Africa.
well, stick up in. Let me give you some backstory. It was the same buju banton who saying Africans with African pride fighting to defend our rights, while shedding of blood for this nation to move forward. It's the same buju banton who sing Sudan. Oi, 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 Sudan.
Hmm.
It is the same buju banton who go back and give you Mama Africa.
Yeah,
It is the same buju banton who gave you Till I'm laid to rest.
right,
So we have to constantly remind the people them, because some of them wake up yesterday and think Buju Banton jumping on an Africa bandwagon.
right.
Like I said earlier, recall that we are the people from the Caribbean, this small island who fought for South Africa, fought for Namibia, fought for Angola, fought for Zimbabwe. So much so that the Jamaican Bob Marley was sent for the Zimbabwe independence in Rhodesia when they changed their name. Do not turn your back on our history.
Right.
So now, speaking out for the continent is not something far-fetched.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yes, I know you have multiple great artists over there, gazillion amount of artists over there. But we have been doing what we have been doing here in Jamaica before they even realize that they want to become artists.
Hmm.
That won't cease. We're not fighting for money and gold and pretty car. We're fighting for the minds of our people, because all these things used to make those things came from our continent. And we're born for greatness.
Yeah, definitely. You know. Um, okay, so yes, I basically see you posting on to do with the rise of Africa. So I've been, so you can, do you feel like when you're looking at Africa now, do you feel like Africa's in the same predicament that it's been in all of these years, or do you feel like there's something's changing with Africa, especially whether it's regards to the economy? You know, recently they did this amalgamation with Russia, with Brazil. They got this thing going on called BRICS, BRICS. I know the B stands for Brazil, the R for Russia. I can't remember if that was
All right,
India.
let me break it down for you. Because clearly, I know I'm much older than you are.
Right.
Forming an alliance in this time, good for Africa. Meaningful alliance. Restructuring our trade deals is good for Africa. Real trade deals. We need friendships and partnership that's not one-sided, but benefit us as the holders of the resources that guarantee other nations stability.
Right.
We need fair trade among the nations. You cannot take my resources and you have 500 million worth of gold reserve, yet the gold come from my country and I don't have none. Somebody's an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot have a 75 million or 75,000 kilowatt amount of energy in your country, yet my people do not know what a bulb looks like, or they have never flipped a switch.
Yeah.
Gone are those days. On the horizon are leaders who see the plight of their people and aim to remedy it. Because they know the game that's been going on for centuries. Oh, you let 1% of my people into your country, you treat them like they're animals. Yet you want to come to my country visa free, do what you want without no consequence.
Mm-hmm.
So all these dynamics, leaders are seeking to change them. And we must open our eyes to what's going on, because at the end of the day, we in the West, we have been so conditioned. As
Mm-hmm.
you speak about these things, you're looked at the common enemy when your rights, you can't protect your rights here in the West.
Of
You have none.
course. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But your own
Yeah.
people will kill you because they've lost it also. They've drank the Kool-Aid, the whole bottle. You have to tread on light ground. Remember, I know we've been told and Rastaman telling that this West must perish, you know. So whether you like it or not, it must, and a lot of people have to perish with it too.
Of
We know
course.
the East is the best. So why don't keep the
Mm-hmm.
East down strategically? Where's
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
industries? Where's our industrial development to launch us off? So now it's changing with the rise of the new young men and the new mindset to say, okay, you can't have that unless we give it to you. Okay, talk to me fair, or you can't have it. Simple.
Of course. Speaking on
The
the
world is
change,
changing.
huh?
The world is changing.
Of course, definitely. And speaking on the world changing, yeah. I mean, what's your thoughts on the way that it's shaping? Some people are looking at the world and saying, you know, this is becoming better than what it's been. Some people are looking at the world and saying this has gotten a lot worse than what it
I
used to be.
am an
And
optimistic soul, and anything that gives the common man and common woman bread on their table and the opportunity to rise up and feed their children and bring them through the truth so they can be inheritance of something better than their parents had. I have.
right,
We have to look forward to that. For too long, we've had a boot on our neck. Our people are some of the most down-pressed people and the most downtrodden people all over the world. Yet we don't try and oppress our own selves.
right,
We could point finger all day, but we hurt ourselves the most.
right. Of
So
course.
what does that tell the oppressor? That it's okay to go in there and hurt us. So when we unify and know who we are and rally behind the common cause and the common goals that can rise us up as a people without murdering each other and allowing each one to express their views without condemning them, we're going to be a mighty people to contend with. We have not yet reached there because we're still under that colonial whip and that mindset where you are not even free to express your views among your own people. But yet the
Mm-hmm.
same people who want to go to England and assimilate to their views, they'll go to America and assimilate to their views without no complaint.
Yeah.
A long way to go, but we must get there.
We must get there 100%.
Absolutely.
Glad that you have those sort of views, you know what I mean? And do you think though that do you think total unification of the global black community, is that, would you say that's something that is sustainable, it's realistic, it's measurable, this is actually something that we can actually achieve? Or do you think this is maybe, a bit of a reach? And
Everything
why?
is achievable. Everything is achievable. We have a fractured history. Many of us, they come with this stupid thing that they name ancestry.com. And if you send to them and you say to them, I am this and that and that, them send that you're from Norway and you're from Sweden. And that's kind of garbage.
Hmm.
You realize how stupid these things are. But the black man, once you see him, you know that's a black man, that's a brother. That's what's going on? Are you okay? How can I help you? Okay, sure, no problem. Come on, let's go. So we go. Instead of thinking of who we're gonna rob next, who we're gonna put on the next, who we're gonna do
Yeah,
next, let's be human again. Let's be the children of the Most High God again.
of course. Definitely. Definitely. Do you know what? A question that some people, well, many people would probably want to know as well is that obviously, many people are aware you spent some time in incarceration, you've
Yeah.
come out. What do you feel is, do you see any difference in two different parts here? One is to do with like the music industry and how that might have changed from before to where we are now, and also the world. Is it like you just see
Nothing
a change in?
stays the same. Life is ever changing. I didn't expect to see that music stays the same. But if you're asking me if I like the change, not necessarily, but we have to contend with it because this is what a new generation adheres to. This is what they see themselves doing. So we know who have gone through the wrongs must respect what they're doing and hope that it takes them to where they want to go. And they grow in the process.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Been there and done that.
yeah. Of course. So, I mean, what do you say to a lot of people right now, that maybe a lot of people that look up to you, people that might want to be in in your position and say,
You don't
I
want
want
to
to
be in
be.
my position, trust me. Yeah, we all have our positions to be in. I would not ascribe that to anyone.
Of course, definitely. What about this is a significant time for people with businesses as well, because obviously many people had businesses before the pandemic. Pandemic happened, a lot of small businesses got affected by this. What's your thoughts on, especially with black businesses and things like this? Are
You
you
know,
an advocate
we
that
have to we have to
rest in-
really and truly. I don't want to sound like I am being repetitive, but I exposed my views on those same issues before, and I will not go back into them. The people of the earth need to realize that while you're sitting down and you're doing everything to destroy yourself and others and those who love you, there are still people trying to kill you, and
yeah,
they're not gonna stop until they kill as much of us as they possibly can. Every day they're gonna come with something else to do you, something else to wash your brain, and something else to con you. My people, grow what you eat and eat what you grow. That's my only thing I can say to you. If you don't like
uh-huh,
matuke, I'm sorry for you. If you don't like fufu, I'm sorry for you. You don't like banku, I'm sorry for you. You love green banana, woe be to you. You don't like yam, all right, good. You don't know about suskumba and kalalo, I'm sorry for you. Because everything package and progress is designed a certain way for a certain end game. So, be on the lookout.
of
Gloves
course.
are off, so them coming for you.
Yeah. The last thing I would say to you on the topic of incarceration, like you've come out and like you're looking healthy, you're looking really good for for
What
your
did you
age.
expect? You expect I was supposed to fall under the system? That's their intent. They didn't put me
Yeah,
there to prosper. They didn't put me there to flourish. They put me there to create my demise. But the Lord God is good, so they didn't know the plant a seed and their concrete in the concrete jungle. But it grows thornless. So God is great.
yeah, definitely,
And
definitely.
it's only
Uh,
love and forgiveness, brother. Because the
so
lesson
that,
learned cannot be given back. And once you see, you cannot unsee.
hmm of course, I understand. Um, yeah. So basically, what would you say to people that might even have haters as well? People that are, a lot of haters around
Haters
looking.
will always be there. They are the fuel for the fire that keep us going. Without the haters, the fires will not burn. Yeah. But there's a thin line called love, unconditional love. And we don't
Right.
come to dwell upon hatred because that is what they want. They wanted us to be bitter. After what they
Yeah,
did unto us, they wanted us to be bitter. But to show them that we have forgiven you. And we said unto them, may the Lord shall not forgive you because you know what you have done. But I have forgiven you.
yeah,
So behold with your
definitely.
eyes and behold these things because they must come to pass. Because
Yeah.
it's written, touch not the Lord anointed and do him servants no harm. And if these things don't come to pass, then my Father's word is not true. But every single one of his word is right. So behold with thine own eyes the destruction of fall upon the wicked.
Yeah. Of course. I understand. What's your spiritual what's your sort of spiritual beliefs that you hold, generally
That
speaking?
there's a true and living God who watches over all man and recompense all of us according to our deeds.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Yeah.
Do you think
I
that?
can't subscribe to the white man notion of God because my God have to look exactly like me. So therefore I don't deal with none of them folk. I more go for a spiritual aspect of things. You know what I mean?
Of course. Do you think that? Do
I
you think
want to
that
say
religion will?
enough respect to my friends in Stonebridge. Enough respect to my boys in Peckham. I want to say enough respect to Black Dread over there in Brixton. I want to say enough respect to my brothers man Colaba Lane. I want to say enough respect to Curly Judah. I want to say enough respect to Mandem. Mandem, big up on yourself.
That's Listen, let me ask you one more thing as well. You see with religion, do you think that
Don't
that will
I
be black
don't
people?
deal with religion.
Yeah.
Fireborn.
Okay.
I
That's exactly what I was
spirituality I
about
deal
to.
with.
Right. No, I understand. Because I
Spirituality.
was thought
Spirituality.
that our downfall of why we may not be able to unite because everybody's so
Yeah,
focused on
because
these
we're
different religions.
fractured. The minds have been fractured by various gods and demigods, and the fear, the teaching of fear to my people. Now you
Yeah.
think about it rationally. We have not met God yet, but the first time we're gonna meet God is gonna kill us and destroy us. That don't make no
Hmm.
sense, man. That means more
Yeah.
the creators to come and destroy us. Look at it. Don't think about it logically. If there's a hidden knowledge and there's knowledge that we were not given, that means that we're functioning not at 100%, maybe like 9 or 8. So that loving Father destroy us to that 98% are so much percentage of what we're supposed to be functioning at our high full capacity has been denied us in terms of knowledge, wisdom, a lot of things that they have taken away from us. No, I don't think so. I don't believe that. I don't believe that bullshit. And why those Christians always give money to the church? Where God spend it? And when you
Um,
want money, you're asking God for money. Nonsense again. People have to wake up. All them things never serve no purpose and they won't know. What this was an entrenchment and a takeover by the slave masters to condition us. The
mhm.
Bible society is not the richest companies in the world, those who sell the book and sell the world. So where they going with all that money? To heaven? Who tell them
Yeah.
God spend money? Why and God tell us that he don't have any need of anything. If he want anything, he take it because everything I feel. It's nonsense. So these are what they used to fracture my people. Yet in that day when the COVID pies was about it, the church was the first to open their door. So if you are serving the true and living God, why we were the first to open your door to kill the people? And yet when them say lock the churches, you didn't raise your voice in the name of God to say keep them open. You lock them happily. Come on, man. When
Yeah.
all that is finished, all of that done. God will in a
Mhm.
man now. Remember when Christ walking, call him still gonna Satan, you know. All that hasn't changed. All that finished. Christ, them fail the people. The preachers and the teachers and those who should have been guiding the people fail the people. And we have seen it in the last 3 years. They should be guided. Should send the people them back under them protection again for them to do that. Kill them now.
You know, of course.
They are filled with some of the most incarnate and abominations you can think of right now. You hear
Hmm.
me? So you just wake up and live good enough. And don't think say God got hurt enough because I'm standing up for the year and stand up for the knee. He not do it. You hear me?
Hmm.
Don't make them fool and fear driving and mash up on the world. Go and find your tea bread and live. God loves successful people. He loves trying people, good heart people, people who love other people and take care of people. They will always prosper and them children can't lack bread. So I know. That's spirituality.
Real talk.
All
Pow-
right.
Powerful. What you're saying. Powerful. Hmm.
I think we
And
have to.
very wise. I must give you that. You've always been like that. To finish, you've been. You're so recognized in the black community as being a very vocal person. This is why so many people as well have so much respect for you because many other celebrities, what they might choose to do with their fame is be very silent on many issues. But you've been known to be vocal. You've been known to have a voice and to speak out. So
I have
you've
come face
used.
to face with the beast. I come
Hmm.
face to face with the beast of them courthouse and I see the wickedness of man. I see how them wicked, I see them devils, I see to what length they're willing to go to destroy vice of conscious reason. And I see a whole lot more. I see the silence of the lamb, those who should be speaking out for the people. how they become trapped in vanity. And
Yeah.
they become so silent. Just when they come out, they want to tell my people about winding up and singing about all kind of debauchery. But when you're needed and your voice should have been heard, for you to know, for us to know that you're truly a voice of the people, a voice of God, you cover and you run and you show us which side you're really on. I'm not a lot in our party, them, man. I'm just come to talk to, and as long as you listen, I want to do this, I'm going about my business cards. I want to suffer the consequence of inaction or no action.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Deep. So, buju, you see your album now. Like we go back to your album. You released the album very recently. What this on the April September.
Yeah.
Born for Great
So in 2 weeks.
is wicked. Every single part of the album. I've listened to all of the tracks on there. Everything fire, fire. Everybody must listen to the new
I
album.
want to tell your audience go out and get your copy because Africa needs to come alive because I don't want to come to Africa when I sing a song and you don't know these songs when you have been given ample time to get familiar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So with your album, would you say that do you have a message? Is there any messages in your album? Would you say
The
any
message is
messages?
in the music, brother, man. You just elucidate and shed light on one particular one. Let my people go. So wasn't that a message or the message didn't resonate? The message is in the music. I hope it resonates to the masses. From Born for Greatness, they have multiple messages. Messages of love, messages of togetherness, messages of the people coming together to defend their God-given right and their sovereign right as human being and a living, breathing soul under God who walk upon the face of the earth. There are so many messages of togetherness, messages of how they have treated us when it comes to the marijuana. You know, I could go
Yeah,
on and on. Full has never been told. So we want to invite the masses to go out and get this record and tune into Buju and Born for Greatness. Yes? Yeah.
yeah,
Why we
definitely.
sit on this platform? Your service in London and the world, you know, so we tuning in.
Yeah, 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 definitely. What would you want to say to the global Black community right now that is listening? Do you have any words for
I
them?
really want to talk to we don't want demographics. You see my message? It no come, we not in a grey area. You go for black, white, purple, and blue. As long as you have a soul inside of you, you understand? It's just truths and rights I'm gonna deal with. See? So my